How are you?
Hello. Hello, Shadaab.
Yeah, so let's start about today's topic, patent of quarantine. So basically, how are you these days?
We are taking this call after a long time.
Yeah, it's almost about like 4 to 5 months, right?
Yeah,
We
after
had
four
last call
to
on
5 months.
about. So let's discuss about the current issues and what are your opinions about being quarantined at home or like the shutdown that we have been facing recently. What
Okay.
would you like to say us?
Yeah. So currently the situation is not so good. When you see around, there are people
Mm,
who are facing lots of issues. There are lots of rumors. There are lots and lots of worries with the people, and people are suggested to stay at home. And
mm,
thing you can observe is that people gets bored to sit at home and they try to get out of their houses, and that
mm,
creates a lots of mess with the government authorities also, because government authorities are working really hard to stop the people to come out of their homes. And today, as a day, it's 22nd of March. It is Janta Curfew Day, and that's what
right, right.
we have to really appreciate the government for taking this initiative in the initial stages, because
Yes,
we have
actually.
seen the countries like China and Italy with the maximum number of medical facilities. They are having high quality medical facilities, but they still lag behind. So when we compare our country with them, we have to get worried about what to do and what not to do. So condition is not so good.
We should really appreciate the initiative that our government has taken because, to be honest, we are quite comfortable in the situation. It's like week three right now, right?
Yeah,
We are
yeah,
in
yeah.
the week three of COVID crisis, and still it's kind of within control of our medical facilities.
Yes.
And the initiative and the steps that the government has taken is quite appreciative.
Yeah.
So, uh, basically like it's everyone is locked down at home, or maybe they are working from home, or some are even having like leaves and all. So I
Yeah.
think it's a lot of time that we have. uh, it's kind of a time that we can use for some productive activities or some innovative putting our innovative ideas into the uh, into action. So what are your
Yeah.
views on it? Because since this talk is about patent talk, so where we discuss about innovation and ideas and business as well as production and all. So,
Yeah.
how would you like to address people who are being who suddenly have found a lot of time in their life, like a lot of free
Okay.
time? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
how to make maximum utilization of this free resource that has been recently evolved out?
Okay. So you can take an example like for 4 to 5 months we were not able to get time for this activity because we both were busy. But now we have
Yes,
got a
yes.
little time. We took this initiative that we should talk upon the topics like how to utilize the time when you are at home or when you are at quarantine. So use it in a very productive way, because the one of the research shows the Netflix and Prime subscriptions has increased by a lot of numbers. That means people are killing their time by watching
Hmm.
Netflix series or Amazon Prime web series. That's not it's not a bad thing, but you should always do some productive activities like skill development. The skills you are lacking, you can learn those. There are lots of online courses on Coursera, EDX, lots of platforms you are available, and you should make sure that you should utilize this 10 to 14 days in a very productive way, because sitting at home will make you a couch potato, right? So it is said
Hmm.
the empty vessels makes a lot of noise. So don't make your mind a empty vessel, right? So
Yes,
do
yes.
one thing. You should plan something. You target something. So being a techie guys, we should adapt new technologies. We should learn new things, because this I feel so. Every problems comes with an opportunities. So is
Hmm.
it? What are your thoughts upon this?
Yeah, it's actually it makes me wonder like if I should complete the Udemy course that I had purchased about a year ago. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
this will be a time that I can focus on that as well, because since
yeah,
I'll be at home and I can like make use of the online platforms such as Udemy and all to upgrade my own skills. So that
Yeah,
is good. Like we have such platforms like Udemy, Skillshare, and other. So Prithvi, recently we had that message on WhatsApp, like some Google Drive F, sorry, local Drive
yeah.
F has been circulated.
Google F Drive link was there. So
Mm,
in that link,
actually, it
there
makes
were
me.
games, there were movies, and many more things were there.
Mm,
Yeah.
so it actually, like, to me it appears as if it's like copyright infringement, right? What are your views on
Yeah.
that? Because we are actually circulating the copyright content of some other entirety, and it's being made available for free without any royalty to the original content creator. So what are your
Yeah, of
views on
course,
that?
it's a case of infringement. But
Mm-hmm.
the people who are using in the masses,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's not a big thing to do copyright, but copyright
Mm-hmm.
enforcement makes a big deal because the enforcement activities they are not very much strong when it comes to masses. How we will punish the people? How we will fetch
Mm.
for the people who are using this material? So in this period where you have lots and lots of masses using the link has been crashed and many other things
Mm.
is done with the link, so it's a part of a copyright infringement, but I don't feel so any one of us will get punished for that because enforcement, until and unless you enforce some law, it's of none of this its use because copyright is also one of the law.
Mm. And basically, it makes me wonder, like, if we are not having that kind of respect for the copyright or the original content creation in India. So
Yeah.
that should, I think, we should like kind of avoid using such websites or like areas where we can't get the content in its original form, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
But
so
you what we do is we mostly like engineering guys. They search for some PDFs. They search from some technical papers, and they get
mm,
for free in the form
right,
of
right.
videos. So it's also a part of
Mm,
copyright. So they copy it from some Russian websites. They copy it from some like illegal websites also. They get the full
mm,
access without getting, but the author does not get benefited from it. So it's also a part of a copyright infringement.
mm. Anyways, I think we can talk over that as well.
Yeah,
So, like, I was wondering if, since we are quarantined in now, like, we can't travel
yeah,
to anywhere outside our homes or like nearby places except for
yeah.
the basic necessities. So, since if we're talking about innovation, can you like explain us about the online process that we can use for filing patents or the like the digital key and all the systems that we had
Right,
previously
right.
talked about?
But like to find the reason to make an innovation. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because as it is said, necessity is the need of invention. Necessity is the mother of invention, right?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I would like to give more focus on the opportunities we can find in this quarantine period. So when you look
Mm-hmm.
around, how to find the opportunities or how to find a research topic? Because many of the people say that I don't have a topic to research on what I can file a patent. So how to fetch the problem statement? That I'll give you an example. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
consider a country like India or consider a city like Pune. For example, there are 20,000 people staying in Pune. Just an example, okay? Because
Yes, yes.
people are staying in Pune are many more. So consider 20,000 people staying in Pune. 10% of people get infected by COVID-19. So 10%, it's near about 2,000 people, right? But the facilities of ventilators. So ventilators is near about 500. So if 2,000 people get infected, like only 500 people will get the facilities of ventilators. What about the rest 1,500? So it's quite a, difficult situation. It's like currently it's like imaginary situation, but if we don't take some necessary measure, this will be the true situation. So why there is a lesser number of ventilators because of the cost of the ventilator, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this is a time we have to think more upon the healthcare products, and we are getting like we are understanding the value of healthcare in the people's life because there are various startups working for the healthcare, but health is given the it's not given a high priority until and unless it's an emergency. How
Yes,
many people
absolutely
were
correct.
using sanitizers? How many people were using masks, like pollution mask also they were not using. But after this COVID-19 epidemic, so people started using it. So it's just like fetching for if you need water, you have to dig out for the well. So it shouldn't be the condition. So same, you have to think of the opportunities you can fetch through in this quarantine period. If you're sitting at home, imagine that what will be the ideal condition or what will be the ideal situation I can create if after 10 or 20 years this situation comes in front of us. So we were not ready because we were not aware of the fact like this kind of situation. But we know now healthcare issues are there. What are the healthcare issues? Think upon that, and this is the root of the innovation. Because until and unless your innovation is not used for the people, not used for the society, it's of no use.
Hmm. So actually, I recently saw a TED talk about, I don't remember the name exactly. It
Yes.
was about coronavirus is our future, and the talk was basically about like uh, such kind of pandemics will be
Okay.
becoming more frequent in the coming years.
That TED talk was given by Mr. Bill Gates in
No,
2015, I guess.
yes. That was another TED talk, but there was a
Okay.
lady also, and
Okay.
she had actually proved by some numbers that this kind of pandemics will be frequent in the coming future, and
Yeah.
we have to somehow adapt to this. So I think there's a lot of scope for us as an
Yes.
engineers or like as a knowledge worker to be able to like innovate ideas or solutions that will help us to like somehow uh, be safe in the future for this or be prepared for such kind of pandemics. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's about the sanitizers. I would you'd be really like shocked. I have seen such brands that never existed before, and like if you check the quality of the material inside it, it's a really a doubt if it's a really sanitizer or not.
Authentic or not? It's authentic or not?
Yeah, it's if it's really a sanitizer or not. Like it just feels cool. I'd be it's having some kind of alcoholic content or something that like makes you give us it gives you a sensation of it being a sanitizer. But
Yeah.
still, yeah, we need to find out like innovative
So,
solutions that can
so
help us reduce the cost of
firstly,
this.
yes. We should give a long-term and sustainable solutions on the healthcare. So we don't have to think
Mm-hmm,
about this period, this 10, 14 period, but with 10, 14 days period, but we should
mm-hmm,
think upon in a long-term basis. So people
mm-hmm.
who were not affording a 100 rupees sanitizer, they are taking it for 300 rupees. So it's a
Yes,
need.
yes.
The COVID-19 has proved that people will pay you any cost in front of their health. So health being a top priority. And from this period, people will be much aware about the activities, much aware about the health issues. So people will be the health conscious people. So the opportunity in front of the engineers, opportunities in front of the researchers, in terms of healthcare is like way above. So you should always fetch for the opportunities. And if this opportunity misses, you are nowhere. Okay, so healthcare activities is gonna get ahead, and you should take an opportunity to think upon it. So I will give you an example that when I was from 16, like you guys are from quarantine since like after before 2 3 days, right? Work from home.
Yeah, yes.
So usually our form of work culture is quite a different. Primo Innovations work culture is quite different. So we work remotely. So currently we are working on the design and our development is completed. So we are just working on the production plans, drawings and all. So we can start with the production. But before that, this thing happened. So we don't face any big issue in that because we started working directly from remotely we work. So while sitting at home, I was thinking that all kind of diseases. When you go back to swine flu in 2009, I guess yes, we were in eighth
Yes.
standard that time. So in
Mm-hmm.
that period also, there were lots and lots of awareness program going on that don't touch your face while you are out. When you touch something, always wash your hands. And while this period, in that time also, and on in this time also, I felt one thing that I can't resist myself to touch my eyes or touch my nose or touch my mouth. It's a reflex. People
Mm-hmm.
always try to wipe their face with the hand when they get any kind of frustration. They touch their head. So people can't resist this. So now I got an opportunity, got an idea. Like I will share you that idea. So currently, many of the people they are using the Fitbit watches or MI watches for the guys who are health freaks. So in
Mm-hmm.
that thing, at a particular level, when it comes to the proximity of the face, it should vibrate. In this
Oh,
way, we can create a habit of not touching the face.
yeah, that's a cool idea. Have you patented it?
No, 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 no. It was just an idea. I won't be patenting this. I won't be patenting this idea because it will for the society. It should be free for people to use. Getting
Mm-hmm.
because
Yes, yes, yes.
until and unless people don't use it, they don't develop some habit. It's a very small idea, but don't you think this is a cool idea?
Yeah, that's absolutely cool. Like because like it's giving you some kind of notification. Like just by vibrating, it reminds you that you're getting close to your face. So that
Yeah,
will be
yeah.
cool, right? Really, absolutely cool. So that's a good
One
idea you
more
thought
second,
about.
and second idea. So have you heard about the three plies and two plies mask? The black market going on with that two plies and three plies mask. So isn't there should be some synthetic fiber that should clean itself, self cleaning fiber?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think that there is a requirement of that?
Yeah, there is actually a requirement for that, and yes, but I think such kind of technology exists, but it's quite costly to produce
Yes.
and
Yeah, yes.
to market it
It's
for
quite
local
costly.
common people.
It's quite costly, but like self-cleaning fibers, they are there. Like anti-dust fibers, they exist. But
Mm-hmm.
the application is limited to a particular thing. But when this kind of situation comes, it comes so into mind. Yeah, this technology can be used in healthcare sector also. So they were trying this with like not dirty clothes. The clothes shouldn't get dirty. So they
Mm-hmm.
should try it with masks also. So that will reduce the overall cost of the mask. That will reduce the chances that people don't dispose the mask in a proper way, right?
Yes, yes,
They
yes.
throw it anywhere. So this is the major issues we are facing. So what should be the condition? Like mask should be like it should be like it can be reused. It can be like for life cycles of say if it is getting for 1 day, we can get it for 10 days. So we will reduce the cost. We will reduce the amount of pressure getting generated
From
on the
the
people to create masks or to take
produce,
the
right,
masks.
right.
So these are very small ideas we can develop sitting at home,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Really, it makes me wonder and think about like we have a lot of free time, and this time can be put to a good use that can help us in the future for
Yes, yes.
such
And,
uh, for
and
humanity
why
and such
I
awareness
stopped,
for
like
such pandemics.
you directly went to the topic like please Prithvi, tell us about like how can I file a patent online system because we don't have to move outside our houses, but IPO offices like IPR offices have arranged the facilities of online patent filing. But patent
Mm,
and all that comes in a very secondary stages. But in the primary level, you should like observe the problem and you should find the solution. And without this solution, you can't find the patent. So it's just a stepwise approach I'm implementing in this talk.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, really.
So many of the people say like filing a patent is a very much big thing. I don't feel so. Filing a patent is a big thing, but actually executing and actually manufacturing or actually making this that patented technology to be used for the people is a big thing because without any application, the patent is just a fake piece of paper. What are your thoughts
Mm,
upon?
it should be from paper to a product. That is
Yeah.
what we can call an achievement, right?
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
we talked about healthcare. Like since you are running a startup, and I see you are having a lot of remote work related activity, and
Yeah.
recently I think it's a good uh, effect of like COVID-19 enforcement by the government that most companies have initiated work from home facilities where the employees are working from home and all, and all the new tech is being put into use, like Skype is there, Zoom is there, Slack is there. So could you tell us
Yeah.
about what tools can a startup or a business can use to save itself from this shutdown or lockdown period? Because there
Right,
are a
right.
lot of startup companies that
So
are still working in.
being a startup, it's quite a difficult period for us because our product
Mm-hmm.
is still is not into the market, and our all our production activities or prototyping activities has been stopped because prototype is a physical activity that cannot be carried from home. You have seen that meme related to civil engineer. Civil engineers work from home. There is a the one
Mm-hmm.
concrete mixer is there and work from home. That's a kind of a meme, but actually that actually makes a sense because some core fields like when you say electrical, when you say mechanical, civil, these guys
Mm-hmm.
needs to be on the shop floor to execute their particular things. Okay, so that's a
Mm-hmm.
universal truth. You cannot do it from the home because it's not certainly like activities or technology is not the technology platform is not available. But when it comes to the startups, this is a very crucial period for them because many of the startup founders they are into a deep like they don't know what to do ahead. But for the startups, I would like to suggest this is the period of like you have to restart something. This is a period to
Mm-hmm.
learn something. This is a period to grow. This is a period to analyze. This is a period to self-evaluate, like where I'm getting lagged. Because in the due course of time, you are really, really, really working hard with the product, but there should be some stop. And like when you stop, just observe, like what different mistakes I did, self-evaluate, plan for the future, plan for the product, consider the new ideas because startup works on the ideas. Because the new idea comes, you have to execute. You have the team, you have the potential, ideas have the potential. Just go ahead. But this is the period where you can really, really engage with the work. You can really engage with the families. You can give time to the families because many of the startup founders they don't give time to the family. But this is a very good time to get refreshed because consider this in a very positive way. Even though the things were going in a very straightforward way, people were working and all. So have you thought about like your personal hobbies? Never, because you have the work stress, you have lots of
Mm.
work, you don't have time. You are like a robot.
Yes,
Correct me if
yes,
I'm wrong. You're working like
yes, absolutely
you're
correct.
working like something is going on, something is going on. I'm a robotic person who wakes up, works, come home and sleep. So this schedule has to be break. And the COVID-19 on the positive side, it has shown that the person is not only meant to work. Person is here to live happily and give happiness to others also. So we have to think on the existential part of it because I'm going in a really philosophical way, but this is a really need. It's a need of the time because people are getting depressed. There are lots of mental issues, and I'm sure that people who are sitting at home they will surely get out of this mental stress because going to office, working in a very competitive environment, we are stuck into that rat race. But thanks to the COVID-19, I would like to thank the COVID-19 virus because you have told us that you should stop and you should think.
Actually, like we have like benefits as well, but we should acknowledge the fact that it has caused a lot of chaos in the world, like for the population of China, Italy, and all the other Western countries infected.
Yes.
Yet still, we have to, since we are a human race that has been built to evolve and create a better living, we should like look for better sides and try to counter these problems. So
See,
now the market
negative
is.
sides are there. Negative sides are there. We should always consider what I said is every problem comes with an upward. We should always see
Mm,
being a startup enthusiast, being a research person. We should always focus on the positive side because negative things are gonna happen. But out of that, instead of taking those negative things on the mind, better to take the positive things and go ahead.
yes, that's a good valid point, and we should actually focus on providing and providing and working on stuff that enables us to protect ourselves from the such future epidemics and pandemics.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we
yeah,
should also like think about the lifestyle changes that we'll be having after a month or like maybe this 2 weeks of lockdown. What do
yeah.
you think? Like, what would be a look like a corporate IT or the corporate work culture look like in the future? Will it be like work from
Uh,
home will be a common thing to be done, or like what's your view on that?
Yes, yes. When it comes to IT, it will like people used to work from home since long time. This is not a for when you consider IT. This is not like this is a current situation. It's not the right situation, right? So it's been practiced since
Mm-hmm.
long, but that will be enforced in a longer time for the longer time. So when you consider IT industries, people will tend to work from home many a time. Say in the month for 10 to 15 days they will work from home and 15 days they'll work from the offices. So this will, there are benefits of working from home is that you will reduce the time travel time because many of the people who are living in Pune and they are having offices in Hinjewadi. So Hinjewadi.
Mm-hmm.
So almost it takes 2 hours to go and 2 hours to come back to home due to the traffic and also 4 hours completely wasted. So when the technology is there, you can work from home, and this period has proven that yeah, nothing stops IT industries even though you're working from home. So this culture will inculcate, and this culture will the work from home culture will increase. But when it comes to mechanical industries or core industries, they will also try to adapt. There will be the new technologies that you can work from home or try to reduce traveling. There should be some method, and this is also one of
Yeah, or
the
maybe
goal
put
with the
in
core
technology
industry.
that,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
maybe like put in technology that will help you for remote work or like reduce your travel time or maybe the need of getting to office or like whatever the waste that we had due to just traveling and communicating related problems, right?
yeah. So communication problem. Yeah, you are sitting in some part of the Pune. I'm sitting in some part of Pune, but still we are having a very good conversation. That's the beauty of
Yes.
the technology. And you should and until and unless you don't use this technology, you're not you're not in the 21st century. Okay, so those days are gone. You should update yourself with the days and with the technology.
Hmm. It really like once like maybe if I remember correctly, I had experienced like you told me that you used to work very hard for about a week or like week or 2 weeks, then suddenly you had a burnout, and then
Yeah,
there would be a gap of maybe like 2 to 3 days where you used to think about like maybe you would gain or regain your health status back and get some time to reflect. So does
yeah,
this lockdown seem to be something similar but on a larger scale? Like it used to be initially a single person who used to have a burnout, but this time it's the entire human community that is having experiencing a burnout session, and
yeah.
maybe we will revive in a better way after the like we get an antidote or some kind of resistance to this virus, isn't it?
Right, absolutely. You got the point really well because when you see it's on a larger scale, many of the people are sitting at home. They are getting refreshed, and when this epidemic goes down, or effect of COVID-19 goes down, people will work with a more enthusiasm, right? Because they have got the rest, their bodies got the rest, their mind got rest, their mind got refreshed. And the same thing I used to apply in my working thing. Like I used to, when I used to work for harder for 2 to 3 weeks, I used to take a breaks of 2 to 3 days. So like nature has given us the call to stop, and we should stop because nothing can be forced in front of nature. And nature has
Mm,
proven, the God has proven that in front of the God and in front of nature, we are nothing. So we should always believe in this thing that if it is a nature is telling us to stop, we should stop. But and also we have to take it in a very positive that I got refreshed, and after this will be the refreshing thing for me. So it is not a shutdown; it's a restart. I would like to say.
yeah, that's correct, man. It's a restart, not a shutdown.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really
It's
good
not a
concept.
shutdown; it's a restart.
Looking at the markets right now, it seems to be a complete bear market. And for millennials like us, it's an extremely correct time to enter into the market, right? What are your
Invest.
views on that?
Okay, so when you say that people are, many of the people they say is that share markets should stop, or investors should stop investing, but that's not thing. That's not a good thing to stop, because one of the investor from USA, I don't remember his name, he said, why should we stop the market? Because in the we are into a bear run. No, if we are in a bull run, we don't stop the market. If we are in a bear run, we shouldn't be stopping it. So this is the right time to invest. This is the right time to get involved into the investing activities. And the financial literacy is very less in the people. So when the tech guys talk, like you and me are the tech guys, so they are not very much aware about the financial management or financial literacy, because these guys are completely technical. Technical, they talk in a very technical manner. But we from the background of
Mm-hmm.
startup, I would like to focus more on investing. This is a good period of investing. So many of the people who I have seen the shares list of the various listed companies. So you are getting shares at 50% discount, 80% discount. So this is a sale for of these shares. So take it in a positive.
Yes, people actually
Please take it in a
like.
positive way.
Mm-hmm. It can be a good time to start learning about, because since you're having time, instead of wasting that on activities that make no good, it will be good like if we can invest on our own financial learning and literacy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what else can we do, like innovation? We've covered innovative ideas, we've covered market, we have covered collaboration, we've covered healthcare and sanitation. So I guess our agenda of today's talk is almost covered, right?
Yeah, almost covered. And you know why I'm not focusing on the patent of online patenting system? Because we had
Mm-hmm.
a conversation 4 to 5 months back related to online systems. Like you need
Mm-hmm.
a digital signature for it. But currently, those systems are also down, that you can't create your digital signatures now because of the
Oh
COVID
yes, yes,
19.
yes,
So
yes. I
that's not.
forgot to have that. Consider that. Actually,
So
yeah, you
that's why
need
I
to
said.
have a physical contact to get the keys and all, like the device. It's a hardware, right?
Yeah.
So it
So
will be like.
that's why I said create your ideas, create something like you can without patenting also you can create something. You can think of the ideas that can be patented in the upcoming 1 month or two, because this is gonna be this is a temporary period. This is not a permanent thing. You can
Mm-hmm.
learn yourself. You can start like you can make the foundation of your patent by writing it by itself, researching on the patent search websites that this
Mm-hmm.
patent exists or not, then work out until when the offices will get open.
Like it's a good
When
time
they
to prepare the
Yeah, it's
backend
very
and
good time.
the
It's a very good
basics
time
required
to
for patenting.
basic required for patent. So even though you can watch the last conversations or last videos about how to file the patent, what are the procedures, how to search the patent, the guys who
Mm-hmm.
are in final year or the guys who are into the third year of engineering or any aspects of technical education or any field of technical education, you can go through those videos and you can easily get an idea about what is a patent, because this will be also a new skill for you. This will be also a knowledgeable thing for you, because I feel so knowledge is the only thing that won't get like wasted, right? If you learn
Mm-hmm.
something in the duration of your life, you can use it anywhere, because that thing is gone in front of you. So you should always try to gain a new knowledge. And the people who stop learning, I don't feel so the person dies when the person dies physically is the real death. The real death is
Mm-hmm.
when you stop learning.
Yes, absolutely correct.
Yeah,
And I would just like to highlight, like you had a podcast at the Indian Millennials, and it was
yeah,
really nice to hear that. And
yeah,
the I should like recommend people to listen to that as well, because Prithvi and the other guy has covered a ton of relevant topics like about patenting, about innovation, about it was I think about manufacturing, right?
It
It was.
was right with Indian systems with patents
Mhm.
and manufacturing.
Yes, yes, that was a good talk. I really enjoyed it. I usually listen to podcast while I'm cycling or like I'm commuting. So it was a really
Yeah.
good listening. At times went worth listening to that. So basically, Prithvi, we can end this talk over here. And
Sure, sure, sure. And
so
I would like to remind you that today at 5 p.m. you should perform the national activity or national social responsibility by
yes, yes,
appreciating the guys who are fighting for us, who are fighting for health in the hospitals. Those are doctors, nurses, ward boys, the facility, as well as people, those who are on the streets, those police guys.
yes,
Big
yes,
hats off to them. Those guys are the real saviors of us. Okay,
yes,
so
yes,
at
absolutely.
5 p.m., don't forget to get out of the windows, get out of in the balconies, and clap for them.
Yes, absolutely. That is an activity that from which we can show the our appreciation and motivate those people to keep going because we are enjoying a lockdown in the homes and we are having all the computers and systems and entertainment and all. But these people are working day and night 24/7 for our own safety and healthcare and the hospitals or the police officers or the other cleaning staff or the medical workers. They are doing a great job of serving humanity and saving the country itself. So I really
Yeah.
appreciate that, and I would like to we express all our sympathies and express. We pray and hope that all the deceased people from COVID-19 will recover and have a healthy life as they used to have in the past, or and continue to thrive in the future as well. So Prithvi, it
And
was nice
end
talking to
note,
you
I would
after
like
a
to
long
give
time.
one thing. End note, I would like to end this session with a note that guys,
Mhm.
this is not the shutdown. This is the restart.
Yes, it's a restart, just a restart. And as after restart, the computer works or the system works really fine. So hope and pray that everything ends up well. Chalo, bye bye.
Hello, bye bye. Have a nice day. Stay
Yes,
home, stay safe.
yes, stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.
Bye bye.